Well, the seniors of Burbank and John Burroughs High Schools spent a large part of their lives learning from books. Now, recently, those 12th graders had a chance to learn from another group of seniors, as in senior citizens. Peter Masurlian has the details on the program known as Senior for a Day.
They met at Burbank High School and John Burroughs High School before the first school bell sounded. Seniors in high school and seniors from the Joslyn Adult Center. The idea was simple: learn from each other.
She comes to school and be's a senior like me for half the day, and then for half the day I go to the Joslyn Center and I see what she does, and I see what you guys do on an everyday basis, and she sees what I do on an everyday basis. We're like switching lives.
About 20 students and 20 adults participated in the one-day program, discovering similarities, differences, and sharing experiences.
Thanks for coming.
Should the government intervene, society I'd benefit too.
They first sat through class lectures, old hat for the teens, a distant memory for the older seniors.
Protect property rights, protect consumers, workers, and firms.
You could also cover this with plaster cloth. That'll give you a lot of texture.
In art class, the chairwoman of Burbank's Senior Citizen Board got a chance to watch the kids create, while she drew them a picture of her life's path.
So I decided to go to Glendale College, took some business courses, and that got my foot in the door.
You guys do at the Joslyn Center? No.
In history class, one returning student was a case study in local history.
I was born in Burbank.
Burbank!
And so was my dad. My dad and I are both Burbank graduates. My granddaughter goes here now, and that's fourth generation Burbank High graduate she'll be.
What makes Burbank very, very unique, and what makes it the wonderful city it is? Great things, but the one thing that separates us from a North Hollywood, a Sunland, I don't know if Glendale, we're almost similar, is the services that we provide for our citizens.
As the school day moved along, it was academic and more.
If we had the political courage to stand up to the super wealthy few and a handful of corporations.
On the other hand, you may end up having a bumper crop of corn again, and then what's going to happen to the supply of corn if we have great weather, if we get rid of this drought, and we could grow more cotton, more corn, more everything in California, and we get a more or less crops. More crops of everything, isn't that true? Same in the almond trees that we've been yanking out for the last 3 years. They've been yanking out almond trees and trying to find something that takes less water to grow crops in California.
Then it was on to the Joslyn Adult Center for lunch and conversation.
What is a morning like at our schools? What's different? What's the same? And then for our students to be able to engage with our seniors in this community and said, give me some reflections on what happened when you were in school. How's this different? Where did you see that jumped out at you?
I'm so happy that the senior school students and the senior citizens were able to get together and find out the joys of both ends of the spectrum of life. And over here now we're having lunch, and our senior high school students are enjoying getting to see the other side of life as a senior citizen and all the wonderful things that Burbank has to offer.
He taught me we should all value what we are, because we're going towards being what he is now.
She took me to a psychology class, which was very advanced and more than I thought high school students were learning these days.
I just really enjoyed being with her, and she's a funny person, and I got to put her on the morning announcements for my school, so 2,800 people will be looking at her tomorrow. Also with my friend Alyssa, her partner was also there, so I hope she had as much of a great experience as I did.
It's good to see that the kids are not just hanging on their cell phones all the time, that they are involved in outside activities and in all the school classes that excite them.
He shared a lot of stories with me and just his experiences, and it was just great to ask him questions, and he just had all the answers to my questions.
It made me realize that our country's in good hands. These wonderful young men and women I got to meet today really inspired me and made me really feel optimistic about the future of our wonderful country.
Reporting for Burbank On Demand, I'm Peter Masurlian.